everyone, welcome back to FX Capital Analysis for week 37. This week we're going to forecast and analyze for the next move for week 37. What's the opportunity the market will show us and how we're going to enter the market and capitalize the market with huge percentage of profit. So for next week, I will start with my top pair and followed by my wildcard. So first pair they will be gold USD dollar. So for gold USD, it start showing a symmetrical triangle. The price type pullback and create structure. This is what we're looking for the structure, and we will going to enter for the next move. For last week we added this area and price move and pullback. If you're able to enter from this flag, we're able to capitalize to sell to downward. Now price might be moved to downward, but if price pull back and follow the structure in this area at the third touch, one touch, second touch, third touch, I will definitely looking for the sell setup for this pair. If price move to the upward, I'm going happy to leave the structure and looking for price involvement. For this pair, we're looking for price to make another touch to sell to downward. If you're able to looking for this entry to short-term sell, that will depend on you. But in my opinion, I'm looking for high probability trade that I will sell to the downward. Next pair, we move to Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Looking at the high time frame. Price lock at this structure, price pullback, price impulse downward, price create a structure in this area, very corrective structure, and price at high probability area or high probability point. So on lower time frame, you can see price already pull back and move to the downward in this small corrective structure. So if you're able to sell from this point, which is first touch, second touch, double top, and you're able to sell for this point, you're still in the trade. If you manage the live trade less aggressive, so in this situation, if you want to enter another scale in or enter the position, are you looking for this touch and sell to the downward. So for this pair, I just deal with this correction. If price keep create a correction, I will deal with this point. I will deal with this trend line and sell from here. So I'll just wait for any candle shape formation or indicator to sell to the downward for this pair. Next we move to Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. In high time frame, price corrective to upward and want to move through downward with 90% rolls. This is smaller 90% roll from this structure, and this is biggest 90% roll from this structure. If we zoom in to lower time frame, I'm looking for is price already at this area, one touch, second touch, this is one big correction as this ascending channel. So if price did not move to the up to this point, I'll just wait for price to create one tight flag to sell to the downward. So for this pair, it's very high probability price to move to downward, and there's another possibility price to move to this point. So if you're able to capitalize from this pair, you're able to close to 21% from this area and 12% from this area. Another pair is Canadian dollar, Japanese yen. This pair is we can see price at this bigger at descending channel. So we at valid position, we see middle of structure. We expect price to move to the upward, but if we apply an override strategy, which is in FX Capital we have override strategy, which is we enter a double top at the this area, one touch, second touch, third touch. At the third touch we pop one red line from here, so we did not wait for price to move to the upward and approach this trend line, because in this area is about 174 pips. If price approach at end of the week, we can enter from this position, but sometimes price just move without you, and this is override strategy that we sell to the downward before price approach this area. So that's the point we taking a valid trade. Valid trade is one of the strategy that we capitalize other than high probability trade. So if we taking a valid trade, we need to understand that we need to accept if price move to the upward after trigger our position. So in this area I will sell from this area. Other than that, I will wait for price to make another touch from this area, and we understand that price able to move to the upward to high probability area. So we evolve our trend line, we wait for candle shape formation, keep it simple, we follow our forecast and enter the position when it was. So for another pair is Euro Australian dollar. Euro Australian dollar price show one big ascending channel. This is impact from the COVID-19, so price pull back and create one clean correction. If you zoom in, this is one of correction. So we zoom to lower time frame, price move impulse to this correction. So this is impulse correction. So price lock out this correction. If you can see, price very predictable that price pull back from this trend line. One touch, second touch, third touch, fourth touch. This is one small double top. So what I'm looking for is I will wait price to move to this area and sell from this area. That's all for this pair. Next we move to Pound USD. Pound USD in high time frame, price very clean, expanding channel. One touch, second touch, price did pull back from this area of trend line. So if you're able to enter at the third touch, you're able to move to sell position. If you ever enter to this third touch of build on the bottom, so you're able to sell, sorry, you're able to buy this position. That's the benefit of taking trade using price structure. You're able to sell and you're able to buy. So in this position, price approach this double top. So price did not touch for the last week, but for this week we're looking how the price develop. For this week, I'm looking for price to move to the upward in this position and sell this. Other than that, I will wait for price to move to this area and sell this position. I keep it simple, so I keep my focus on this pair, that which trend line that I want to sell. So if I take this double top, I understand that price will sell from this double top, which is there's other possibility price to move to the high time frame. So to close a big profit, you need to be patient. So because of this pair, if you zoom in, zoom out, that if you enter this sell position, is so much opportunity. There's a thousand of pips to move to the downward. So this is the pair that I really looking for to move to the downward. Next we move to last top pair, which is New Zealand CHF. price at descending channel, approach this high time frame, what's first touch, second touch, and approach to the third touch. At the high lower time frame, 1 hour time frame, price at ascending channel, pull back from this area. I will wait for price to move to this area and sell to the downward. So the price development of price action this week, we will see multiple pair that move after approach the high probability area. So you need to keep your focus, plan your trade, which is we focus on the weekend. So on the weekdays, we just execute what the market show us. Last pair, which is our wildcard, there's a 3 wildcard. First is New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. This pair already moved to valid position. Approach this area again, and for the past few weeks, price did move to the upward after this touch. It's a very good and clean structure because price sell from this area. So this week we're looking for other opportunity from this pair. I will pop one red line from here, and I will wait for price to develop and sell from this area. So this is already a valid trade on the middle of structure. If price approach this area, is will be changed to high probability area, but if I take a position from this area, is considered a valid position. So second pair of wildcard, it will be Swiss Japanese yen, price move to the downward impulsively and create a structure in this area. Price did pull back after this trend line. If you see first touch, second touch, third touch, if you're able to sell from the third touch, very clean structure, you're able to take position from this flag and this another flag that you're able to take. If you pop out a red line from here, create one double top from here, and you're able to sell again from this area. Now a price approach this area again. There's so many things to learn from this pair. If you're able to capitalize when the price approach this area again, then I'll be interested to sell this position again. It's very clean structure, price almost at the high probability area. So we wait for the price develop. Probably if we count how many pips to the upward, is 200 pips. Probably take 1 week. If price move very fast and volatile, I will wait. It will be end of the week. So last pair, it will be Australian dollar, Swiss franc, descending channel, and break this channel and expect price to move to this area. If we count, this will be 600 pips. Lower time frame. This I consider as a wildcard because I will wait for price develop in this correction. I will wait for price to move to the area, move again to downward, create the second touch. Then in this area only I will buy this position. So it will take 1 week to develop, probably 1 week. So I keep in wildcard, so I will be ready when the price develop, and I will see price development. So when the price showing me the exactly what I'm looking for, then I will be able to buy this position without any hesitation. So that's all for this pair. I will keep it simple. This very clean structure from next week. So this is the way I forecast. I will keep it simple. I plan my position, plan my entry, and where I'm going to put my stop loss. So that's all for this week. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to our YouTube and follow our Instagram. Thank you guys. Happy trading. Goodbye.